Yo, what's the dilly? Hope y'all doing good whenever you're hearing this, man. It's Question ATL. I'm about to show y'all my process for making a mashup. I was doing a radio show the other day, and I realized that I don't have this classic mashup I made almost 10 years ago now. I'm about to remake it from memory, and I pretty much remember the process I had to do, some of the difficulties and little delays I ran into when getting it done. I'm gonna try to show a lot of what I'm doing in this process. It is gonna be still kind of quick, but I know people have asked if I could put up tutorials on how I make beats and how I do a lot of my audio work. So this is gonna be done in Reaper 7. So first I'm gonna go ahead and pull up a new project. And the first thing we're gonna do is find our vocal. I think I have the acapella to this already because it was in a folder I had back when I made the mashup a long time ago. So I'm just gonna search down acapella. Okay, I don't have it. That is annoying. I know I have the instrumental I need because I just looked for it the other day when I was finna play this mashup on my show. So let me go quickly download that from YouTube. I didn't say this was gonna be a legal tutorial.
Hey, yo!
I would like to get to know if I could be.
The R&B fans already understand what song this is and they know what direction we about to go in. But the beat that I'm mixing this with is a little bit unconventional. It's not an R&B beat, but the way that this shit turns out, the end result is so catchy. It just lines up, honestly. The best mashups happen, in my opinion, when you find two songs that just have certain things in common in a really crazy, phenomenal way. Whether that be they're just being in the same key, or they're formatted the same way, or they're at the same tempo. So you can still, do a lot of crazy shit, move songs around, put them at different tempos, change the key crazy. But sometimes the mashups that sound the best are the ones where you don't have to do much work. And that's kind of what happened in this case. All right, word. Now we got this in the project.
I would like.
I'm going to go ahead and take off the beginning breaths by selecting the item with control left arrow. And then I'm going to pause right around where the breath is and then use my left and right arrow keys to scrub right to the direct position where I want to make a cut. I'm going to turn my speech off just so I can hear exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to get a little bit nerdy here for a second. There's these things in audio called transients. A transient is basically just a really small piece of audio, and they sound really abnormal when you play transients by themselves. But what you want to do with transients, the thing that makes them so helpful and the reason you need to know about them is because you can get real detailed with what you want to have in your project. Like you can choose real easily by knowing what a transient is, what piece of the audio you want to use and how much you want to cut away. So like, for example, those transients are the beginning of Brandy saying I. So see, if I fast forward too much, the I starts to sound a little bit, it starts to sound weirder. It starts to sound abnormal, a little bit less human. So I want to make sure I get those beginning transients, but not too much, because if I back up, you can hear this air. And that's going to leave like too much space to where the vocal wouldn't come in right on beat the way I want it to. I think this is going to be the best space right here. So then I press A to split that item. And I'm going to make sure ripple is on for one track only, Alt-Shift-P. And so it's going to say ripple per track. And we want to select that first item with all of the space at the beginning by pressing Control left arrow and then delete. And now we have Brandy speaking right at the top of the project.
I would like to get to know if I could be.
I think this song was recorded before everybody was using digital BPMs. They were more just using like loops and I don't know how to explain it, but like they had BPMs, but it would get a little bit off because everything was just made to a loop as opposed to sync to a BPM. By default, Reaper is configured that if I change the BPM of the project, the BPM of the audio is going to change. Reaper's default BPM is 120. That's what a lot of DAWs start at. So I'll just demonstrate, if I change this to 240, it's going to change the speed of the audio too.
I would like to get to know if I could be.
That's some fucking drill remix going on right there. It's for a different project. I'm going to set Reaper up so that I can change the BPM without the audio moving. So I'm going to go to the action section by pressing F4. Search for time-based,. And search in the options with my arrow keys, up and down arrows. until I find the one that says set project time base to beats position only. And that's just a whole bunch of Reaper lingo for saying I want my metronome to move while my audio stays the same. Now that that's set, we can tempo tap with H. So I select this track, and we're just going to try to get the tempo a little bit closer to the tempo of the song.
I would like to get to know if I would like to get to know if I could.
So now we're in the ballpark. We tempo tap with H. We got kind of a guesstimation. We're going to speed it up bit by bit, one by one, until we get as close as we can to the exact BPM of this song.
I would like to get to know if I could be.
See, this is pretty close.
The kind of girl that you could be down for.
Is it going to stay?
'Cause when I look at you, I feel something tell me.
Yeah.
I wanna be down.
It really looks like it's staying though. Let me see. Let me go down like further. The way you can check to make sure that your BPM is perfectly aligned with the audio that you have is if it's staying in sync like that for the beginning, just scroll way down in your project to a later part of the song and see if it still sounds as good.
I'll dedicate all my love.
Okay, and now I remember exactly what I ran into when I first made this mashup. It's only a little bit of drift that happens. So now I'm going to go ahead and make a new project just so I can, again, work with the BPM independent of that audio. And I'm going to bring my beat over here to this project. Let me just bring up another search window and search for 679. All right, there it is. So if you know what that instrumental is, you know how crazy this mashup is about to be. If you don't, I'm about to show you. Feddy Wap 679. What I just did right there is I pressed tab to move us to the first transient that Reaper detects us. So the first big noise that Reaper hears is right here. And it's a little bit off. It's a little bit too far into the audio. It cut a little bit at the beginning of the transient. So we're going to back it up just a little bit with our left arrow. Oh, maybe it didn't. Oh, just a tail, just a little bit. So I just pressed left arrow once. So again, you split the item and then cut the left item that has the silence by pressing control left arrow and then delete. And then if you go to the top of your project, it's right on top of the metronome. If I remember right, this song is around 190. So I'm going to go to the actions dialog with F4, go down into time base or search for time base rather. And then once I go down into the list, find that option, go into the project settings with Alt Enter. Let's try 190 just as an earball. Yo, my memory is on fire today. Now all we got to do is bring that track in right there and bring the item down, because if you remember, Brandy is starting right at the top of our project.
I would like to get to.
So a couple things we need to do to make sure that this track, when we copy it, slides over to the new BPM we just set up. We need to go back into the time-based menu and set up a new option, because right now, if you remember, like we just said in the other project, this audio is set not to follow the metronome. Now we want this audio to follow what the metronome is doing so that it can change from this speed over to the speed of the Feddy Wap beat. And now we want to choose the one that says set time base to project. Whoa, what the fuck is this called? Set project time base to beats position length rate. Copy that track. Go back to our other project. Set the project with the beat back to the second time base option as well, so that the audio could move with the metronome. So now, as you saw,
I would like to get.
the acapella has changed to the right tempo, but now we got to line everything up. And I think what I actually want to do is move this beat down a measure so that we can take advantage of the intro. Because Brandy kind of comes in with these pauses.
I would like to get to know if I could be.
Rest.
The kind of girl that you could be down for.
Rest. That's going to work dope with this section without any drums, as opposed to how I was thinking before. And that's what I did in the old version. The vocals actually started right before the beat. And that kind of gave it this dope lead off, so that if you're like mixing, you can start off, with the Brandy vocal and do a bunch of scratching.
I would like to.
And then the beat comes in right after that. Let me just show you. What we're going to do is go to the track with the instrumental on it, select the item with control left arrow, cut it with control X, and then just page down to the next measure. So now we have this little lead in. If I solo the track. Just gives it like a little bit of suspense. I'm gonna fill some of that space in with the vocal. So now instead of it starting right at the top, I'm just gonna cut the item the same way I did with the beat and move it 2 beats down by pressing Control page down twice. So I'm not moving it as far down as I moved the beat. This is only being moved about half a measure down from where it is right now. So we just pasted that in.
I would like to get to know.
Ooh, yeah, hold on.
There ain't no other for me, it's only you.
Woo! The way that drop just happened. I literally forgot how well this worked. I'm reacting to this live. So if you can tell, there's already starting to be a little bit of drift in the vocal. The vocal is going slightly ahead of the beat. But because of the way modern music works, a lot of times artists will rap a little bit ahead of the beat or sing a little bit ahead of the beat. So I'm letting it drift slightly, and then right here where it gets to be a little too much, I'm fixing it. I'm gonna just nudge that part where she says, I want to be down a little bit closer to the instrumental. And I'm doing that by pressing N to open the nudge dialog, and then I'm choosing how many milliseconds I want to nudge by, and then just going over here to the nudge right button and pressing enter. And so what's going to happen is the vocal's always going to slightly drift a little bit to the left, a little bit ahead as time goes on. So at certain points, I'm going to find spaces where there's a little bit of silence or where she's breathing in and just make another drift her a little bit more to the right just to keep it staying on beat for the whole record. So I'm going to go ahead and just page down some. Oh, so the beat actually ends before this song does, because songs used to be a lot longer back in the day. Everything is not from the 2-minute generation like it is these days. I'm going to go up to the beat track and make a split, because there's like a little bit of like air and just noise at the end of the beat where it stops at before I delete that item. Now that I have the first item copied, I'm going to delete it again, but I can paste that item right in the position where the other one was deleted, if that makes sense, so I don't have to find that place again. Just the order of operations to keep your job a little easier. Let's make sure that that transition sounds smooth. Oh yeah, that's cool. If y'all feel like I'm over-explaining too much, let me know. I'm just trying to make sure this is all easily understandable to everybody, whether you make music every day or you've never made music before in your life. I'm trying to make sure this process makes a little bit of sense to you. Vocals kind of drenching the beat a little bit, so I just brought the volume down. You want to be down, but you loud as hell right now. Nah, no disrespect, Brandy. I'm sorry. Don't sue me. Don't sue me. Don't sue me. Don't sue me. Yeah, I think I had a compressor or something on the vocals before to try to normalize them, because she's so quiet in the beginning, but then when the runs and all of the harmonies and shit come in, there's just so much dynamics that happens. Everything wasn't as compressed as it is now to kind of help with those levels. I'm using VEQ from Waves, VEQ3, and I'm using their preset lead vocal on this just to see how that sounds.
I would like to.
Okay, we need to turn it back down.
I would like to get to know if I could be.
Definitely a little clearer, a little bit more air. There's so many sections to this shit. It works really well. Like the way the formatting is on that Wanna Be Down record makes this shit work so perfect. Do I end it with or do I let this come back one time? I think we'll just end it with the slowdown. Appreciate y'all for listening, man. Let me know what you thought of this type of tutorial. Definitely want to do more of these types of things. I want to show y'all how I mix music, how I make my beats. So let me know what tutorial you want to see next. Please follow, like, subscribe, wherever you see this at, man. Show the love, do the thing. It's only buttons on your phone, man. Share this with a friend. Make sure all your people see this. Much love.
I would like to get to know if I could be the kind of girl that you could be down for. 'Cause when I look at you, I feel something tell me that you're the kind of guy that I should make a move on. And if I don't let you know, then I won't be for real. I could be wrong, but I feel no matter the time.